Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel LacyBay Designs. On this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to make this beautiful Basque waistline dress. Please stay connected as we get started. Okay, so these are the materials I'll be needing for my dress. My lining fabric, that's satin, ruler, tape measure, scissors, and then my lace fabric. Great. So the measurement I'll be needing for my dress is bust 40 divided by 4 is 10 inches plus 4 inches as my seam allowance, 2 inches for that allowance, and then 2 inches for seam allowance. Okay, so since it's an off shoulder dress, I'll be starting from the chest. So shoulder to chest is 7 inches, to under bust is 12 inches, and then to bust point 12 inches, to under bust 16, and then to waist 20. Okay, I'll then connect the points with my ruler, and afterwards I will indicate my dart intervals. So from the center front away, I'll be marking 4 inches, that's the nipple to nipple. 3.7 inches divided by 2 is 3.5 plus 0.5 as my seam allowance. Okay, so when it comes to the waistline, same thing, under bust, same thing, but on the bust point I will make it 5 inches. After cutting out and then stitching, I'll be having my 4 inches intact. On the chest line, I'll indicate my 2 inches, that interval. I'll then connect the points with my ruler, as you can see what I'm doing. So I connected to the under bust and then to the waistline. Great. So the next thing to do is to go ahead and then round the pointed bust so that it doesn't make 2 points after cutting out or after sewing. I'll then extend my Basque shape about 6 inches. Okay, I'll then connect the point to the side of the front pieces like this. Then I'll transfer the darts downwards. Great. I'll cut out and then cut my back, but I'll be cutting 2 of the front and then 2 of the back. One will serve as my lining and then the main fabric. Okay, so I'm about to cut the back. I'll then fold the 6 inches I extended in front, place it on the fabric pieces, and then cut out like what I have done. Okay, so I'll be cutting another set. Great. So this is what I have after cutting out 2 for the back and then 2 for the front. The next thing to do is to cut the pieces on my scuba fabric. Please, the scuba is going to serve as my interlining, okay, to enable me sew my casing for the boning. You can use any other interlining, sorry. So this is the scuba fabric, this is for the back, and then this is for the front. Okay, so as you can see, since it's an interlining, I have placed the scuba fabric onto the wrong side of each satin fabric like this. Okay, so this is the lining. I'll then go ahead and then place the lining at the right side, making sure the right side faces each other at the right side of the lining like this. Okay, so I'll secure with my pins and then go ahead and sew the back area. That is where I'll be lacing. Okay, I'll be doing the same thing at the other side of the pieces as well. Okay, so this is it. This is for my front. I also did the same thing by adding the scuba fabric onto the front pieces. I'll then go ahead and then join the pieces together like this, and then sew more than half an inch upwards, and then the same thing to other side of the pieces as well. So great. So this is what I'll be having after sewing, like joining the pieces together. I then created a casing that would enable me pass the boning. I then opened the joining and then run my stitch. Like I created a casing for the boning. That is it. You can also design yours with any style of casing. Okay, so I'm about to shape the front and then shape the back. Okay. Okay, so this is the back. After joining the back area, this is what I'll be having. Okay, so I will then place the side and side facing each other and then cut out, as in I will shape the front armhole area. I came down like 2.5. I extended it to the back, but I'll make sure I don't go too down at the back area because it's a corset. I'll then cut out. Okay, so I'll cut out like what I have done. I'll then open the back this way, so at the chest area, and then same thing for the front. I'll use the lining to turn the front pieces. So after sewing the back area, I then created another casing and then left an interval of about 3/4 inch to enable me create my eyelet for the lacing. So this is what I did. Okay, so the next thing is to go ahead and then shape according to the person's measurement. Bust 40, waist 36, waist 30, bust 40, waist 30. Good. So this is what I'll be having after shaping. Great. The next thing to do is to go ahead and then cut the skirt to enable me attach the front. Good. So this is what I'll be having. The hip measurement of my client is 44. 44 divided by 4 will give me 11, plus 2 inches as my seam allowance, making 13. And then the skirt length to the ankle is 40 inches, plus 1 inch as my seam allowance, making 41. I'll then cut the front and then cut the back by leaving 1 inch as my zip allowance for the front, for the back, sorry. Okay, great. So as you can see, I am cutting out the back. Okay, I'll then cut my lining pieces, but I'll make sure the lining pieces hangs, so it will be from the waist to the knee. That is 19 inches plus seam allowance, so 20 inches plus seam allowance, 21 inches. Okay, I'll then cut the same thing for the back pieces and then shape it according to my client's measurement. That is hip 44 and then waist 30. Great. So after cutting out the lace, I'll then attach my lining pieces to it. I'll then finish the hem of the lining pieces by double folding the edge and then stitching. Great. So this is what I'll be having after shaping according to the person's measurement. I then place the right side of each piece, that's the front and the back together, and then I shaped it. The next thing to do is to go ahead and then shape the front area, creating the Basque shape. So this is what I did. Okay, I then held the center of the front together and I brought it forward. So I'll be placing the front of the top on it and then mark out and cut like what I'm doing. I'll make sure the side and side joining matches the side and side joining of the skirt. So as you can see, I'm marking out. Okay, and cut out, but I'll leave about half an inch as my sewing allowance. Sorry, my pencil wasn't so deep, so it wasn't too clear. Okay, so this is what I'll be having after cutting out. I'll then place the right side of my top together, making sure the V or the pointed area matches or meets like this. I'll secure with pin and then sew round. Okay, but before sewing, I'll then go ahead and then insert my boning into each of the casing I created. Okay, after inserting the boning, I then went ahead to attach the top onto the down. This is what I'll be having. I'll then go ahead and then fix my zip, and then my dress is almost ready. After fixing the zip, I'll go ahead and then cut the sleeves. Good. So after fixing my zip, this is what I'll be having. I'll go ahead and then cut my sleeves. Okay, so the width of the sleeves is 8 inches and then the length is 18 inches. I'll then go ahead and then sew all round, leaving one side to enable me turn to the right side. After sewing and then turning to the right side, I'll make sure I pleat at both sides and then attach it onto the bodice of the dress. Great, this is what I'll be having after attaching my sleeves. Thank you all for watching my videos. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, kindly do so. Press the notification bell to notify you anytime I upload any video. See you all in our next video.